Welcome back to another episode of Marketing Girly by Sky Society. I'm back with another solo episode. Today we're going to be talking all about our new program that I'm so excited about, Marketing Girly Mentorship. So this is just going to be a quick little update about why I started the program, what it's going to look like, and if you want a Marketing Girly mentor or you want to be a Marketing Girly mentor, how to get a part of this incredible program. Oh my gosh. Okay. Before we jump into everything about what the Marketing Girly Mentorship program is, I want to just share a little bit about why I started it in the first place. So, I've had the podcast Marketing Girly for quite a long time. Hopefully, you've been listening to this for a little while, but whenever I do the episodes, the guests are absolutely amazing and they always want to be a part of, or not always, but most of the time they want to be a part of Sky Society and they want to get involved more. And I've just never really had a great opportunity for them to do that. We obviously have our digital marketing bootcamp, Sky Society Accelerator, where we help women break into the digital marketing industry. And I've brought some podcast guests to come speak at the to those girls during class. I also give the girls in the accelerator the opportunity to listen to my live podcast recordings. So not everybody knows this, but typically I allow between 1 to 3 of my accelerator students to attend a live podcast recording, and then they'll ask the guests some questions um, off recording after the episode and get the chance to kind of introduce themselves. And it's a really great opportunity for them to, ask questions to people that they normally wouldn't be able to have access to. And so that's been a core part of our accelerator of just kind of giving some slight mentorship to our students, but I really wanted to offer a lot more. Also, our accelerator students and graduates are incredibly diverse, and a lot of them come from underrepresented backgrounds. So it was just a great opportunity for mentors to be able to get involved with helping women break into the marketing industry. So I've wanted to do it for a while, but Sky Society, we're a small business. We don't have the most bandwidth, and launching a program like this takes a ton of time and attention to make sure that it works right. Because while I can easily bring in a speaker to come talk, I don't think it's the same as consistently meeting with a mentor on a cadence and having a schedule. You actually get to build a relationship and you're not just talking to them one time. So I really was very grateful that we were able to make a hire this year, and that allowed us to kind of have more time to spend on doing other initiatives. We have so many other fun things we're going to be launching this year for the Accelerator Girlies. So I'm really excited about that, and also beyond. So I'm going to talk about what I think the mentorship program will look like in the future. Obviously, a lot can change. We're learning right along with our mentors and mentees about how we want this program to be shaped. But essentially, I wanted to create a way that our mentors could get more involved in giving back and supporting the next generation of women and paying it forward or backwards. I don't know how you would call that. And I thought using the podcast as an avenue would be a great way to do that. So we're launching with just 6 founding marketing girly mentors. They are incredible women, and I'm so grateful for their time because they are very, very busy people who are doing incredible things in marketing. So for them to have the time to do 1 to 2 sessions a month is just such an incredible thing that they're willing to give back. And the way that the program is going to look like is that the mentees will get matched with the mentor. So we're having the mentees fill out a form of kind of what they're looking for, why they want to get into, what struggles that they're having, if they're trying to get into marketing, if they do have a marketing job and they're trying to break in. So specifically for our accelerator students and alumni, we have a mix of girls on that job hunt and girls that do have marketing jobs. And we're matching them with the appropriate mentors. We've worked with the mentors to create a series of sessions that align with what the mentor wants to talk about and give back. So sometimes I've noticed that when I've brought in speakers in the past, like let's say I brought in an incredible woman that has an incredible career journey, the girls, if I have a young audience, they don't always know what to ask. So you may be in front of somebody that's, the CEO of, I don't know, what's a cool brand? Tarte Cosmetics, or the CEO of Revolve, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's amazing, but what on earth do I ask this person? And it could be just really, really overwhelming of where do we even start? So I wanted to have the sessions have themes. That way the conversations can get a lot more in depth and be more action packed and more valuable. So we worked with each mentor on coming up with different mentor sessions. And so they're going to do a series of sessions with their mentees. So session topics range from interview prep plans to marketing analytics to like paid media strategy to leadership and development, relationship building, resume reviews. There's so many different topics that we cover. And what's really special is that the topics are being chosen by the mentors. So they're the ones that are really deciding and picking what they want to talk about based off of their expertise. And this is what I'm hoping will allow the conversations and the value from the mentor to be so much greater because it's not just like a broad session where you can ask anything. We're having themes around different topics. So each mentor will be paired with a roughly 4 to 6 mentees. We're still going to figure out what the ratio is, but the goal is that the groups are small enough where you really do get to build a relationship with your mentor. And it's not just like a massive room of like 30, 50 people. For the accelerator girls, we're going to try to keep this pretty small and pretty intimate to kind of offer a new type of mentorship because when I've talked to mentors in the past, sometimes they'll do one-on-one mentorship, which is really great. But the goal here is to try to help as many women as possible. So we're kind of doing a middle ground between one-on-one mentorship and having like a mentor speak to a large crowd. This is the middle ground that we're going to start with. And I think it's going to be a really great opportunity for these young women to just learn from people who are more successful from them, who are further along in their career to get inspired. And yeah, I'm super excited about what that's going to look like, but that's right now what the framework will be. Um, and excuse me. So that's kind of why I started it. This is what it's going to look like, at least right now. I haven't opened it up to other podcast guests yet. So my other goal over the next month is to open up the program to allow more mentors to join. I've had a lot of people tell me that they want to join, which is really, really cool that so many people are interested in becoming a mentor. And I also know sometimes for the podcast, coming on a podcast can be a bit intimidating versus doing a mentor session with just a couple girls versus, going on a podcast where hundreds of people are listening to what you're saying. So I'm also thinking and hoping that the mentors will grow beyond just the Marketing Girly podcast guests, and that I also get to start to create a community for the mentors because so much of what we do with Sky Society is really focused on helping younger women in marketing. And I want to create community and create support and connections and networking among the caliber of guests that are on the podcast, women that are higher up in their career. And so I'm really hoping that through this program, I get to kind of facilitate more connections and build a community for women who are really successful and high up and are also looking for a lot of the same things, looking for, relationship building. They're looking to grow their network. They're looking, to get involved, to give back. And so that's something I'm also really excited about. So right now, if you want to be matched with one of these mentors, you do have to be an Sky Society Accelerator student or graduate. We don't have admissions open right now. All of our classes are currently full, but we haven't announced this yet, but we are going to be doing another round of admissions coming up in the next couple of weeks. We'll be announcing that. So if you do want to join and you're not already on the wait list, I would recommend that you join. So that is where the program currently sits. So now I want to talk to you a little bit about where I think it'll grow in the future. And also for you, if you're not in the accelerator, then how can you go about finding mentors? How can you go about building meaningful relationships with mentors? With the Marketing Girly podcast, so many women talk about mentorship and the importance of it. And I think, especially when we're younger, it sounds a little bit weird. Like, how do I get a mentor? Like, do I go up to somebody and do I ask them to be a mentor? Like, what does that process really look like? So I want to encourage all of you, if you're listening and you don't have a mentor and you may not see what the value of mentorship can be, I think it's really easy, especially if you're an independent woman and you're used to doing things on your own and by yourself, that you may not immediately think that a mentor could add a lot of value to you, but it absolutely can. I definitely fell into the trap of being like, I want to do everything by myself. I don't need help from other people. I can do it on my own. And while that may be true, having people that are more experienced than you can help you get there a bit faster and help you avoid some of the mistakes. And honestly, just feel supported that you're not going through it alone. So if you do want a mentor right now and you are not in Sky Society Accelerator, my best advice would be to just start doing coffee chats with people and think of it kind of like dating. Like if you want to be in a relationship, you don't ask on the first date or before you even go on the first date for them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend. You build a relationship a little bit first. So my biggest piece of advice would be to do coffee chats with as many people as possible. If you check out the Sky Society blog, we have a lot of resources there on how to ask for coffee chats, but the easiest thing you can do is find people on LinkedIn that have a career journey that you're interested in or inspired by and send them a connection request and ask for 15 or 20 minutes of their time. You would be surprised at how many people would say yes to that. So try to ask as many people as possible, do the coffee chat. And at the end of the coffee chat, make sure you walk away with some actionable items that the mentor thinks that, or that this person thinks that you should do. And your next step should be to follow up on those items with that person. So if you do this coffee chat and it's really great, and this person tells you that she recommends that you get a certain marketing certification, I want you to immediately go get that marketing certification, follow up with that person and let them know that you did the certification and you're thankful for their advice. And then maybe a couple weeks later, you ask if, you can meet again and talk about a specific topic. And then at that point, maybe you can try to start to gauge or ask if you guys can make the meetings regular. For mentors, they are quite busy. So I would recommend starting with just meeting like 1 to 2 times a month, just like how we're doing with our program. We have some mentors that are available to do twice a month, some that are only able to do once a month. So I would start small. But the thing that is the easiest to do is just to ask for a coffee chat and see where that relationship grows. You might find that you'll do 5 coffee chats and one person that you talk to, you just really have a good connection with. And it really only takes one person. I've had students in Sky Society Accelerator from mentors that I brought in get connections to get jobs. It's not the goal that I look at with the mentors is that this mentor is going to get you a job at their company or in their industry. However, it does sometimes happen. Or they can make a connection to somebody else that can help you. So you never know where those will go. So what's my vision for Marketing Girly Mentors? So I really want to focus right now on helping the accelerator girls, as they are generally our biggest focus at Sky Society is really on the accelerator. That program is near and dear to my heart, and it is where all of Sky Society started, was this idea that education isn't enough anymore and there are so many other valuable skills that you need to be successful in marketing. And so that program really focuses on giving our students real world marketing experience and career skills that you just don't get in college. And it's just so much at the core and the foundation of why we have the podcast, why we have the LinkedIn group, why we have marketing experience, why we have all of these other things. So right now, the mentorship program will be focused there. However, we are going to be trying to make it a bit more accessible potentially later down the line. Again, we are a small business, so we don't have the biggest bandwidth to grow and launch all of these different things. But, excuse me, we are going to try and figure out how we can make it accessible to Marketing Girly members, which is something that we're going to talk about probably in March or April. So stay tuned for that. But right now, it is just going to be for our accelerator students, and it will probably always be really focused around Sky Society Accelerator. But we may have occasional opportunities for essentially kind of like a large live podcast recording where we'll have a mentor speak, and then we'll invite a large group of Marketing Girly mentees to come and listen to that mentor. So we're hoping to kind of make it as accessible as possible while also working within the bandwidth of our team and how much time we have. But this has been kind of, honestly, this entire month of January, we have been working so hard to roll out this program. There are so many different nuances and things that go on behind the scenes, meetings, so many things that we're just working on and trying to make this program as valuable as possible. So we're really excited to launch it. We're really excited for you girls to experience it. And we will keep updating you on the progress of the program. Again, you are more than welcome to apply to Sky Society Accelerator. These mentors are going to be helping the upcoming class that we have as well. And if you are listening and you want to be a mentor and you want to help inspire and mentor the next generation of female marketing leaders, specifically from primarily underrepresented backgrounds, just like how our accelerator serves, You can apply to be a mentor at skysociety.co/mentorship. We also have the link in our bio on our socials right now. So check that out. We also posted all of our mentors that are part of our founding member launch on LinkedIn and Instagram. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out as well. I hope you girls enjoy Marketing Girly Mentorship. I hope you are as excited about it as I am. Again, this has just been such a long time in the making. I've been wanting to do this for so long because I know it can be truly a massive thing. My vision for the Marketing Girly Mentorship program is that we eventually have hundreds of Marketing Girly mentors and we create a massive community and support system among mentors and then also among mentees. So I have big goals, big visions. I hope you girls stay along for the ride and to see how it grows. We have so much fun stuff coming from Sky Society this year that I can't wait to share with all of you. Okay, I think that wraps up this episode. I will be back next week with an incredible podcast guest and back with kind of our normal weekly guest schedule. If you girls have any suggestions for what you want to see on the podcast or any suggestions for mentors we should bring on, please let me know. You guys can always find me on LinkedIn or Instagram. And I will see you all next Tuesday.